Boom, there we are. Okay, second attempt for today because at first it didn't work, but that's the beauty of live. We get to talk about these things. So anyway, I was waking up this morning, and as I'm scrolling through some of my direct messages, a comment came up that I had talked about something called puzzle pieces a while ago, and I thought, you know what, I it's a new concept I'm trying out because how I see content, it isn't that it's a video or a single piece of content isn't a video and the text that supports it or the audio or the captions, right? For me, I see a piece of content and I see multiple puzzle pieces that equal the final image, video, audio, podcast, whatever that is. I see different ways of actually addressing those, right? So for me, that has been a major turning point because it has definitely freed up my mind to spend less time creating and more time moving certain things around, making sure that I'm hitting a mark with my content. If something's working, I pull that out, I can repurpose that. And overall it just enabled me to scale myself because I am a human. So I'm gonna hit a certain, you know, glass ceiling that my ideas start becoming the examples I have and the stories I have, I can only come up with so much because as I go through my journey, yes, I'm reading books, yes, I'm experiencing things with clients. These are all facts, but again, I want to make sure that I'm maximizing both the time I have and the value that I provide. And one way I've been doing this, actually for the last probably 6 months religiously, and even before that, but what I've talked about content. Repositories like having videos and text in the back end so that if you're not feeling that you want to post today, you have something to post, right? Like you don't have to overanalyze it. You can just pull something from your oh, actually, I think I was on mute the whole time. Let me see. That would have been unfortunate if that is the case. Wow, it's really glitchy today.
What?
There we go. Okay, cool. That's back. Awesome. So some technical issues today. That's all good.
About content.
There we go. Okay, we're back at it. So I've talked about like having content in the back end, and that's fantastic, and I stand by that statement. But one quick hack is what I kind of mentioned in the beginning is seeing. So let's see a video, right? Seeing a video as not just a singular piece of content that you're posting, because there's multiple, right? The next logical one in there is the caption, right? So usually for most people, I recommend using a like 2 paragraph model to introduce the topic and then give some insight to that video, right? Not everyone's going to read or watch the video, which is totally fine. But if you piece those two out, if you take the video, if you take the final piece of content, right, and you break it down into the text and the video, now you have 2 pieces of content because you can add different copy and text to the video. And with the text, you have a fully fledged idea, right? So you can now take that text, and I often do this with posts that do really well, is I'll post a video with the text and I'll watch what people are saying. And some people I know haven't watched the video, but they found value in the text. So I'll pull the text out, I'll add a little bit more love to it, I'll tweak it, I'll make sure the title is more straightforward, or I'll add emojis or different hashtags, and I'll post that, for instance. And that's awesome because now I've taken one solid piece of content and just pulled out the text and made that another one, right? Which is easy. You and I can do that right now, and I often do that. Another thing you can do is transcribe, so you get your videos captioned, or that you caption them yourselves or whatnot. You can take those captions and then turn that into another piece of content, whether an article or a FAQ post. So I'll pull this up because I think it's very valuable to most people. Is when I post my articles, basically instead of having to sit down and write an article each and every time, basically what I'm doing is taking the FAQs and I'm putting them inside of so I post about, what is it? I post about 30 FAQs a month, but out of those, only a certain amount of them actually hit the mark that people are really interested in. What I do then is I take those 5 to 7 that do really well, and I make an article out of them. Again, now I've taken multiple pieces of content and turn it into one bigger piece of content, right? And this is great because I'm pulling the posts that do the best. So you have some analytics to say, oh, people really like these questions and answers, and if they like it, then we amplify them and put them on another one. What's up, Anton? How are you? We haven't talked in a while. Hopefully you are staying safe out there. Anton's a great guy. If you guys don't follow him, make sure that you check out his profile. He's always engaging, always a great individual to have on live or in the comments and DM. So anyway, the nice part about this though is that's one opportunity with video, right? One other thing that you could do is you can take that text from that video and post it with an image. So often, if I see a text that's doing really well and I want to talk more about it, what I'll do is I'll take a selfie. I'll just go, boom, take a selfie. I'll smile, take a selfie, and then I'll take that copy and I put it with that image. Again, this is really good if you're in the testing mode because sometimes a message is better received with an image, right? A very, very well done image than with a video. And this is good things to text. Sometimes I'll do that day back to back to back. Since I post 5 times a day, it's most of my people will never see all 5. So I'll take some of those and I'll add different elements to it. Right? You can't really do that with video because usually videos have very specific things. So you can't take a random text from another post in a video and put them together because they might not make sense, right? But I mean maybe, but I would say again, like the method that I have, especially with this, is to amplify the messages that you already have, not recreate them in a way that's deceiving. Because again, brand trust. The reason Anton's in here is we've talked. He likes my content. I like the questions he asks, and there's rapport there. But I know a lot of people that if I watch their content and after like 2 or 3 times, I'm like it's not valuable, or I didn't like it or something like that, I don't engage with it more, and then eventually I don't really see their content and they're gone. But so you want to make sure that you're actually taking care of the audience's attention and giving value, and you're not misleading them. Fine and safe, my friend. If never do anything, yeah. Anton's a great dude. Okay, so that's again very, very basic. I want to just backtrack to the articles real quick. If you now do exactly what I said with articles, for instance, you can pull the captions out. And again, if you have 4 videos that did really, really well, you can then get them transcribed, 25 cents a minute, or on YouTube. There's free ways to do it. And you pull those and you put them into Grammarly, you fix them up, and you do Q&As, or you make a storyline around a central point. That's great. That's again another way of reusing content that's already out there. I still create I mean, out of the 11 to 15 times I post a day, I probably still create about 6 of those every day, but the rest of them come from either content I have in my repository and my backend, experimentations with ones that, much like I'm mentioning right now, that I'm kind of mix matching. A lot of the text posts I have, I get from videos or pictures that don't really do well, but I see there's value in the text, and that's the ones I then push forward. So I take a lot of selfies. I do a lot of, you guys have seen my walking. If there is, and this is actually something that you can do. You can use the text from a past video as inspiration for a new video with provided messages. I've often done that. If there's an example so if I post a video talking about puzzles and using content as a puzzle, I might get someone that says, okay, can you explain how you do that with podcasts? Then I can pull the text from that and then say, okay, how I would use puzzle pieces in podcasting is XYZ. Great. So I use the text as inspiration for a post. Oh, thank you, Anton. Again, I pride myself in I don't want to say the quick and dirty, but I pride myself in focusing on the message more than actual. Again, there's a certain level of content. Like, this is good. This is fine for a live stream. This is great. For my selfie style videos, for those on my phone is great. Like, yes, I can post produce this, and often, for a while I did for a good like 11 months I would do every video. And at a certain point I said, okay, like I could continue to do this, or I could use that time I would be editing and those resources and money and do it on something else. So right, that's why I started doing it on TikTok and actually focusing on there. And you've probably been seeing I've been repurposing a lot of my videos or some of the videos that do really well or I think hit a mark on TikTok, and I'll bring them on in here because they offer a different element to them. While I have that here. Let's see. Oh. Those are some very, very basic ideas on how to repurpose content. Again, there's plenty of others you can go with, whether it's video. Pictures are great. Like if you have a picture that you really love, add quotes to them. Go on Quora, for instance, and answer a question and put it on there, on your image, right? Like that's, you can totally repurpose, re-engage. You can make content do a lot more things when you think about it as puzzle pieces. So again, my biggest takeaway for all three of you watching right now live, and whoever watches this after, is the fact that you can now create more by taking different puzzle pieces and mixing them together, right? And again, in this world, there's no cheating. I talked to someone yesterday. It's like, doesn't it feel like cheating? I'm like, not really, because is it valuable? Yes. Do I think it's going to leave everyone better than it found them? Yeah. Then why not? Why not mix and around? Again, there are so many other examples of this being played out. So I wouldn't feel like this is cheating or that, And again, if people see it twice, they'll often just scroll by. Like out of the 2 years I've done this, I've never had someone directly tell me this sucks. Like, why are you posting this? Usually people are so fixated on themselves that they don't really pay attention to that, which is great for you and I, because that means we can just keep doing what we want to do and getting our messages out there. So that's all I really got for you guys today. Very quick live that I would jump in. I will be scheduling guests in the next couple of days, so that's gonna be fun. Get that back and up, which is great. Like I definitely need that. I love having guests on, and it adds different flavor to the mix. So anyway, we'll cut here. If you guys have any questions in the comments, or send me a direct message, I'll be more than happy to answer those. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys later. Boom. Oh my goodness. We have to do this again. 1, 2, 3.